If you're new here, my name is Tanya and I'm an integrative health coach. A few months ago, I decided to give the ketogenic diet a try. There is a ton of buzz around this diet at the moment, and there were a few key reported benefits that made me interested in trying the diet out. If you're curious about the diet or you want to know more about my experience, then definitely keep on watching. So a lot of people that have tried the keto diet seem to have reported better energy, less brain fog, and just like overall better mental clarity. As a small business owner, I was like, yes, sign me up. I did do a lot of research prior to starting the diet though, and I do want to mention this right now. If you want to try the keto diet, I would definitely approach it carefully. I would do my research prior to starting and make sure that you are fully informed on the diet, because at the end of the day, it is an extreme diet. So I don't want to spend too much time explaining the ketogenic diet, but essentially it's a diet based off of macronutrient ratios. So 75% of your calories would be coming from fat, about 20% of your calories coming from protein, so it's like moderate protein, and then very low carbs, so only 5% of your calories coming from carbs. Alright, let's dive right on in on why I decided the ketogenic diet is not for me. Reason number one, it's time consuming. So let's address the obvious here. Because it is an extreme diet, it does take a lot of preparation. If you're living a busy lifestyle, then you may struggle on this diet. So I really wanted to give this diet a fair shot, so I did a ton of preparation. So I meal prep every Sunday and made sure that my house was full of keto approved foods. But still, after a few weeks, I was honestly exhausted by cooking. So I do live a busy lifestyle, and it was challenging for me to have to come home at night and cook a meal based off of like macronutrient ratios. Like, it's much easier for me to just throw in some healthy ingredients together and make a meal like that. Reason number two, limiting my veggies. This was a major red flag for me. So the fact that not all veggies are keto friendly. So wait, what? You're telling me that I have to limit my intake of red bell peppers or tomatoes? At first I was like, sure, I guess I can stick to like green vegetables primarily, but honestly that got old really fast. So I love eating veggies, but I also like a variety of them. Reason number three, dairy overload. So you can definitely do a dairy-free keto, but I found myself reaching for dairy products more and more because it is a very convenient food to have on a high-fat diet. I don't usually consume cow's dairy, but somehow in the process I forgot that I'm intolerant to it and that it is very inflammatory. Okay, I didn't forget, but somehow I was convincing myself that eating dairy was better than eating carbs. Reason number four, thyroid function. So this is something that I sometimes forget about. So about 4 years ago, I wasn't feeling great, so I went to the doctor or a naturopath, and we did find out that I was hypothyroid. So essentially my thyroid levels were a little bit too low, and they suggested that I go on medication. I was really determined in fixing that with my diet and lifestyle. So what I did is I read the book, The Thyroid Connection by Dr. Amy Myers, and tweaked a few things in my diet and my lifestyle. And after a little while, I was able to return all my levels into a normal range and eventually optimal range. When I started the keto diet, a few days in, I started feeling like a few of my symptoms were coming back. But there's that thing called the keto flu, so I wasn't really sure, and I really didn't make the connection at first until I saw an article that was linking the keto diet to suppress thyroid function. So I did do some research, and in fact, your thyroid function can be suppressed by a very low carb diet like the ketogenic diet because of the lack of insulin secreted. So if you are hypothyroid, then I would definitely do my research and consult with a health professional before starting anything. Reason number five, insomnia. So I guess this is a thing, keto insomnia. That was probably the most annoying thing that happened to me. Within like 2 days of the diet, I could not fall asleep. I always fall asleep like within like 5 minutes of putting my head on the pillow, I am out. So it was super frustrating having to go from that to just laying there in bed tired and unable to fall asleep. Now I will say that once I did fall asleep, I slept fine, but again, it was just really frustrating trying to fall asleep in the first place. Reason number six, recovery. Oh boy, that was fun. So about a week into the diet, I decided to go play some beach volleyball. I have never felt so tired playing volleyball in my life, and I've played a lot of volleyball in my life. Within like 5 minutes of warming up, my quads just absolutely tightened up. So it felt like if I had done like a really intense leg workout the day before, and then I was just really sore and everything was tight, but I hadn't done anything. It just kind of like just tightened up like immediately. I have never experienced anything like that. And even on top of that, just regular recovery from my training sessions were not great. Even physio exercises. So one day I went to physio, I didn't have any workouts that day, and the next day I couldn't figure out why I was so tight and sore, and it was from my physio exercises. Again, these are things that would never usually happen to me, so I know that it was linked to the diet change. I did read that you can adapt all these things, and most people that are following a keto diet and have found success with it, they do say that over time your body adjusts from changing metabolism, and all of these things may go away. But honestly, I didn't really feel like dealing with it. Another downside of the keto diet is usually the keto flu that I just mentioned. So that's usually caused by an electrolyte imbalance. Now I did supplement with electrolytes, so I did get the keto flu after even 3 weeks of like strict keto. Oh, and also if you are wondering about weight loss, because a lot of people that are starting keto are maybe doing it for the weight loss benefits that they've heard of. After the first few days, I had lost a few pounds, and that was just water weight. And then after that, that was pretty much it. I wouldn't say I really changed my calories that I usually consume, so that was to be expected. So in conclusion, I would say that the keto diet wasn't this magical diet that made me shed weight like crazy. Alright guys, that is a summary of my experience on the keto diet. I think it's safe to say that I will not be continuing on this diet. A paleo diet is really what works best for me. It supports my health, it supports my fitness goals, and most importantly, I can fit it into my busy lifestyle, which is the most important thing. If you're not going to be consistent, then whatever you're trying to do, it's not going to work for you. Now, I want to hear from you guys. Have you tried the keto diet? Are you curious about it? What are your main hesitations? Again, I would highly recommend you do your research before you start and you consult a health professional. If you want to know more about the keto diet, then definitely make sure to check out these 2 videos. Or if you're interested in the paleo diet, then you're definitely in the right place because I post weekly videos on the paleo lifestyle. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, then definitely give it a thumbs up. I appreciate every minute of your time, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!